Hi, my name is Shannon, and today I'm going to be talking about the increased need for social workers here in Washington State. And I'm going to apologize in advance. I've been sick with the flu for the last 2 weeks, so this is definitely a rough draft. In Washington State, we have an average of 10,000 kids in foster care, which is quite a lot. The problem with that is that we have social workers that have over 20 kids on their caseload, which means that they have 20 different families that they are attending to for court, for educational needs, meeting them once a month. It's a lot of constraints for these social workers. The national average that social workers should have up to is only 12. So we are way above the national average. And there's just no way with 20 plus kids, and I've seen social workers with 28. There's no way that they can effectively do their job and help these kids' families. Since 2008, when we had the Great Recession, DSHS here in Washington State lost 467 jobs. And here we are 10 years later, and we still haven't filled those jobs. There's still many that are vacated. And also, these social workers that are overworked, they're also underpaid. Right now, the wage gap between the industry standard for social workers and what we're actually paying our social workers for DSHS, it's about 20 to 30% underpaid. So they're not able to do their job. They're not getting paid well, and it's just this round circle that it's nothing's getting accomplished. A couple years ago, there was a lawsuit against Washington State. It was Brom versus the state of Washington. And in that lawsuit, they had, one of the reasons was that they needed to reduce caseloads. The caseloads were too high, and the state lost the lawsuit. So they needed to be in compliance, they needed to add additional jobs. The study found that in order to close the gap between existing caseloads and construction standards, they needed to add 1,540 new staff that would close that gap. And these are full-time employees. These are not part-time employees by any means. So the lawsuit came about in 2004. They were in non-compliance every year up until 2013, and they closed the case because they had met some of the other requirements, and they still are in non-compliance because they still have high ratios of these caseloads being so high. So a couple years ago, 2012, I believe, Washington State and University of Washington and Eastern Washington University came together and formed an alliance. And now, instead of the state training social workers, they're actually having these universities train the social workers. So this is the perfect opportunity for this partnership to grab these new social workers that are just coming out of school and have them come in working for the department. So the new alliance is called the Washington State Alliance for Child Welfare Excellence. And I think supporting the Washington State Alliance for Child Welfare Excellence is going to be crucial in helping not only the number of social workers that are coming into the DSHS, but also getting good social workers coming into DSHS also, and reduce the caseloads of these kids so that we can get some of these kids reunited with their birth families and get services that needed to be given. And that is my rough draft for right now. Thank you for watching. Bye.